As you can see, I'm surrounded by green. Well, I'm not surrounded by green, but we are sponsored by the good people at Wash and Go today. The lovely people at Wash and Go. What I'm on about, good people. And people often say to me, Mark, is it not hard being a Wash and Go ambassador? And I always have to reply to them like this. Being a rocket engineer is hard. Just ask Elon Musk. Being Manchester United manager is hard. Just ask the 4 managers that have taken over since Sir Alex Ferguson. Being an NHS worker, that's hard. Heroes. That is really hard. But being a shampoo ambassador is as easy as taking a bath. It really is. So next time you're having a really hard day, just run a bath, light some candles, put on some relaxing music and lather up with Wash and Go. Classic Wash and Go. You can pick up your bottle at any good retailer or by hitting the link in the description and getting it delivered straight to your door. Thanks very much to Wash and Go for supporting the United Stand. Now let's move on with the show. And remember, Wash and Go, it's invisible. It's invisible. I used to quite like that. So we've gone for something a little bit reserved for day. But look, that doesn't mean that we're not going to be feisty in our opinion. So we're going to start off with this headline. It's coming from the Mail. It's coming from them, and they're saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer held crisis talks yesterday morning at 10 a.m. with key United players, Cristiano Ronaldo, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, Victor Lindelof, Matic, to talk about the tactical plan and how to turn the season around. Now, that's very accurate information to give the time and players involved. I mean, I would say, why is David De Gea not there? Why is Marcus Rashford not there? They're very clearly big, important players for Manchester United. But crisis talks for Manchester United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer speaking to key players about how they get involved tactically and how they turn the season around. I mean, the interesting thing about that is that Lindelof and Matic hardly ever bloody play. So, but look, I would agree with what Sean Moyo says there. He's just saying the guy's finished if he's doing that sort of thing. My theory on this, which I mentioned at the start of the show, I'd love to get what your opinion is. I just think Solskjaer has massively undermined himself over the last few weeks. And it wouldn't surprise me if he was having Cristiano crisis talks with certain players, because that's how weak his position is now. He's basic. You know, there's a saying, dead man walking, which basically they used to use in the Wild West when somebody was going to get shot. And I don't think Solskjaer is a dead man walking at all. I think Solskjaer is finished. I think they've kept somebody in a role that no other football club would. We're walking into as United fans. And I'll be honest, I feel like a lot of United fans feel at the moment. Very odd, almost sick inside that, look, I think we will beat Watford tomorrow. We might get a result against Chelsea. We might get a result. There is no future for Solskjaer and United. And he'll be playing that this morning going, look at this Goldbridge, look at him, let's prove him wrong. But why are you trying to prove United fans wrong? United fans, we're not rival fans, we're not Graham Souness, we're United fans who want the best for Manchester United. You can't prove your own fans wrong. You can't use your own fans' opinion as a motivator. Sir Alex Ferguson didn't use United fans as his siege mentality. He used rival fans and the press for the siege mentality. Ollie's having to use his own bloody fans as the bloody siege mentality. You've got to, is that why Harry Maguire did that last week? Because their motivation, their siege mentality is coming from their own fans telling them they're not good enough. That's not a good mix. And that's what the club have created. They've put Solskjaer into a situation where a large proportion of the fan base is unmotivated and does not believe. And therefore Solskjaer's only response is to get his players and him to sort of use United fans as the motivator. But that just creates more division. It's an odd situation. The reason we're in this situation is because of the board. I was looking for it this week. I was doing loads of research. I can't find a club in the Premier League, certainly, over the last decade that has done something like this, that has stuck with a manager to this extent when anyone else would have sacked them. Anyway, my theory is this. Effective Man City game, he was sacked, basically. He's gone away for 9 days. The players have had a week off. And then they've brought Solskjaer back. And it's almost like he's a new person. It's, hello, I'm Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the interim. And I think that's basically what they've done. The old Ole doesn't exist anymore. The guy that's been telling us that we're going to win league titles and we're on a progress journey for the last 2 years. He's been sacked. And they've brought back Ole from Mourinho time. Ole, and maybe he'll get back at the wheel, but you just get those vibes, these crisis talks, this Ollie's back. He's basically gone from interim to full-time manager to interim again. He's an interim coach again. That's what he is. And it is crazy, but that is what he is. That's what I see him as. He's an interim manager. The Ollie before the international break, he's been sacked. This is a different Ollie because he shouldn't be here. He should be sacked. I actually have got Adam on standby for the press conference later because I'm like, I don't think I can put myself through that. I just can't listen to it. I just can't believe he's still here, and I can't listen to the easy questions he's going to get and the bounce back he's going to talk about, which he's spoken about so often. But please do press conference reaction. We are going to react to it. Look, I might be there, I might not. I'll watch it at some point. I just don't know whether I can. I need to get myself into the right mindset because it's it's hard. It's hard. I don't believe in this club at the moment, and it's very hard. It's not hard to support the club. I'd support the club if they're in the bloody Conference League. That's not what this is about. I'm confused about what we are, and I think Ollie has now become an interim. And this talk of like crisis talks and talking to players about tactics and how we come back from it, and they're telling me, well, you've already lost. You've already lost, because what about when it comes to having to drop Bruno or Maguire? I mean, look, at the end of the day, if that's true, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is talking to Shaw and Maguire and Bruno and Ronaldo and Matic and Lindelof and Ronaldo, I think I've said him twice, wish we had two Ronaldos. Well, most of those players are playing crap. So you're giving them the power to have a say on the tactics and the team, but they're playing crap. It massively undermines you, and it basically makes them favourites, and it makes them almost undroppable, and it makes them, it's friends reunited, isn't it? Solskjaer runs that club on favourites and friends. And if you're in his friendship group, you're fine, and if you're not, you're in trouble. But it undermines him to start talking to players about bloody tactics. And you know what it does? If it is true, I feel sorry for the players who fall for it, because they probably get a sense of power. Oh, look, I'm one of the ones that Ollie talks to. But actually, you associate yourself with Ollie, and it's not about being popular with the fans. It's about your career. If I'm Harry Maguire at the moment, I'm terrified about my future at Manchester United. I'm terrified. You're the captain of the club. You're not leading the club. You're not performing. You're costing us points. And now you're Ollie's right-hand man for advice on tactics. If Ollie goes down, and he should have gone down, you go down with him. You've got to think about your own career, because Ollie shouldn't be here. Harry Maguire should. Luke Shaw should. Cristiano Ronaldo should. You're the players that you don't want your career being damaged by this. But, Ollie's not stupid, is he? Get the players on side, siege mentality. But I just...